Hello, my beautiful, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the space. Welcome back to the channel. Take a very deep, grounding breath with me right now. Inhale and exhale. Okay, wow. The energy I am feeling as I tap into the collective today is so incredibly thick. It's heavy, but it's not your heaviness. Let me make that clear right out of the gate. The energy bleeding through the veil today is frantic, it's regretful, and honestly, it's a little bit obsessive. Spirit is showing me a very specific situation. We are talking about someone from your past. Someone who had you. Someone who held your heart. Someone who had absolute VIP. Front row access to your magic, your aura, your light, and they fumbled it. They completely and utterly dropped the ball. And now they are losing their mind over your absence. The psychological breakdown that is happening behind the scenes, behind their forced smiles and their carefully curated social media posts, is staggering. Before we dive deep into this, I want to give you my standard gentle reminder. This is a general, timeless reading. Spirit brings you to this exact video at the exact moment you are meant to hear this frequency. Take the messages that resonate deeply with your soul, the ones that give you those full-body chills, and simply leave the rest behind. But if you clicked on this video, I already know this message is hunting you down for a reason. So, grab your tea, get comfortable, and listen to me closely. I need to take you back for a moment. I need to validate exactly what you went through, because for the longest time, you were sitting there questioning your own sanity. Spirit is showing me the Emperor and the Empress dynamic, but completely inverted and distorted. You were operating purely in your divine Empress or Emperor energy. You were abundant, you were giving, you were nurturing, and you poured from a cup that you kept miraculously full, even when this person was draining you dry. Think back to the past struggles with this specific individual. You gave them a million chances. Like literally, you extended so much grace to this person that it actually started to erode your own self-worth. You were constantly making excuses for their behavior, right? Oh, they're just going through a hard time, or they just don't know how to communicate. No. Stop right there. Spirit is stepping in so strongly right now to tell you, you were never crazy. You were never too much. You were not asking for too much. You were simply asking the wrong person. The pain you felt, that agonizing confusion, the nights you spent staring at the ceiling wondering what you did wrong, that wasn't a punishment. That was a necessary, unavoidable, dark night of the soul. You had to be pushed to the absolute edge of your emotional capacity so that you would finally choose yourself. You are highly intuitive. You are a spiritually gifted being operating on a totally different 5D frequency. And when you operate at that level, bringing someone who insists on staying in the 3D mud up to your level is impossible. You tried to be their healer, their savior, their ultimate safe haven, but they were committed to their own dysfunction. I am seeing the Ten of Swords energy here so clearly. You felt betrayed, stabbed in the back, left out in the cold. You felt like you had given your absolute best to someone who looked at your gold and treated it like dirt. But Spirit wants you to know that this was profound spiritual protection at play. The universe saw what you couldn't see. Your spirit guides literally stepped in and said, "Enough. We are removing this person from their life because this connection is stifling their destiny." The breakdown of that relationship was the universe violently shaking you awake. You were spiritually protected even when your heart was breaking. Validate your tears. Validate your grief. But know that your past pain was the forge that created the indestructible boundaries you have today. Now let's pivot to them. Let's talk about the exact energetic shifts happening right now, behind the scenes, because the tables haven't just turned. The entire room has flipped upside down. This person is in a profound state of psychological distress, and it is entirely self-inflicted. I am seeing the Nine of Swords glaring at me in the spiritual ether. Insomnia, anxiety, relentless, looping thoughts. They are waking up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. covered in cold sweat, and the first thing, the only thing, on their mind is you. They are realizing, in the most agonizing way possible, that they took you for granted. They operated under this incredibly arrogant, ego-driven delusion that they could just walk out into the world and find another you. Spoiler alert, they couldn't. They are out there right now, trying to fill the massive, gaping void you left behind, and it is failing spectacularly. They thought the grass was going to be greener. They thought that letting you go would give them freedom, or peace, or some superficial thrill they felt they were missing. But the reality? The grass is dead on the other side. The people they are entertaining, the superficial connections they are trying to build, none of it has a heartbeat. None of it has your depth, your spiritual warmth, your effortless magic. Your absence has become deafening. It is a loud, ringing silence in their daily life. They go to the places you used to go to together, and the ghost of your memory is literally haunting them. They hear a song, they smell a specific perfume or cologne, they see a car that looks like yours, and it sends them into a spiral. They are stalking your social media. Oh, absolutely. Do not underestimate this. They might be using fake accounts. They might be watching your stories anonymously, but they are obsessively keeping tabs on you. Why? Because they are starved for your energy. You were their life force, and without you they are spiritually famished. They are realizing that you were the prize. The ego they wore like a suit of armor has completely shattered. We are looking at massive tower moment energy for them internally. Everything they thought they knew about themselves, about love, about relationships, has collapsed because they realized they threw away the single best thing that ever happened to them. They see you glowing. They see you moving on. And every time they see you smile in a picture, knowing they are no longer the reason for that smile, it breaks them. It literally shatters their reality. They are sitting in rooms full of people, feeling entirely alone, realizing that nobody else will ever feel like home to them again. Your silence, your absolute, unbothered, no-contact silence, is the most devastating weapon you could have ever wielded, and you didn't even have to lift a finger. So, where does this leave you? How does this intense, shifting dynamic transform your daily life? Listen to me, because this is where it gets incredibly beautiful. You are stepping into a supreme era of high priestess and magician energy. You are no longer the person who waits, who begs, who compromises their standards to keep someone comfortable. By cutting the energetic cord to this person, you have freed up a massive amount of your own life force. That energy you used to pour into worrying about them, trying to fix them, trying to decipher their mixed signals, that energy has ricocheted back into your own aura, and it is supercharging your manifestations. You are about to experience an undeniable, almost startling level of spiritual power and vindication. People are going to start looking at you differently. You are walking into rooms, and the frequency literally shifts because your aura is completely untethered from toxic attachments. You won the breakup effortlessly. And I don't mean winning in a petty, ego-driven way. I mean you won your soul back. You reclaimed your peace. Walking away made you insanely powerful because you proved to the universe that you value yourself more than you fear being alone. Because you cleared this heavy, stagnant energy out of your life. Nature abhors a vacuum. The universe is rushing in to fill that empty space with absolute gold. I am seeing massive financial freedom and career breakthroughs on your horizon. Synchronicities are going to start popping up everywhere. You are going to see 111, 222, 555 constantly, confirming that you are on the highest possible timeline. Miracles that seemed entirely out of reach 6 months ago are suddenly going to drop into your lap. And in terms of love, you are setting a standard that only a truly evolved, emotionally intelligent, spiritually aligned partner can meet. You are no longer a magnet for broken wings and unhealed trauma. You are a magnet for the Ten of Cups, ultimate, deeply fulfilling, emotionally reciprocal love. You became the one that got away to them, but to the universe, you became the one who finally broke the cycle. You are entering a season of unprecedented reward. all because you had the courage to choose silence and walk away. Okay, wow. The energy is swirling so fast right now. I just need to pause and take a breath with you. If this message is deeply resonating with your spirit, if you are feels words in your chest and knowing this is your exact truth, please take a second to hit that like button. It helps push this healing frequency out to the rest of the collective who desperately needs to hear it. If you haven't already, please subscribe and join our soul family. We are building a high vibrational community here, and I want you to be a part of it. And for those of you who feel called to exchange energy and support the channel, you can always hit the super thanks button right below this video for a $10, $20, or $30 energy exchange. Or look into joining our channel memberships for exclusive, behind-the-scenes spiritual content. Your support allows me to keep doing this work, and I'm endlessly grateful for you. Let's dive back in. I need to speak on the justice card right now because the spiritual scales are actively balancing as we speak. You need to understand that the universe does not take it lightly when one of its chosen, protected children is mistreated. You are so heavily guarded by your ancestors, your spirit guides, and angelic forces that anyone who crosses you with malicious intent, or even just reckless negligence, is going to face immediate, undeniable karma. This person from your past, the universe is actively punishing their betrayal, but not in a fiery Hollywood way. Their karma is their own mind. Their karma is having to live every single day with the unbearable knowledge that they ruined a once-in-a-lifetime connection. They are facing the ultimate consequence, knowing your worth only after they lost access to it. You don't need to seek revenge. You don't need to send a nasty text. You don't need to explain to them what they lost. The universe is delivering the lesson with surgical precision. Their path is blocked right now. Everything they try to build on top of the foundation of the hurt they caused you is crumbling. The universe is isolating them, so they are forced to sit in the silence and reflect on their actions. Meanwhile, your path is being actively cleared of obstacles. Any enemies, any toxic exes, any people who doubted you or tried to throw dirt on your name, they are watching you rise to heights they cannot even comprehend. Your light exposed their hidden shadows, and now they have to deal with their own darkness. You are entirely protected. You are cloaked in divine favor. No weapon formed against your peace of mind, your heart, or your destiny will ever prosper. The spiritual justice you have been quietly waiting for is not just coming. It is already here. It is unfolding perfectly right now. So, how is this all going to play out? Spirit is giving me a very clear window. Over the next 3 to 6 months, you are going to see the tangible manifestations of this shift. You may actually hear from this person, an apology text, an awkward reach out, a sudden attempt to break the ice. But the beautiful part? By the time they finally muster the courage to face you, you won't even care. You will be so elevated, so busy thriving and living your absolute best life, that their return will just be a quiet confirmation of what you already knew. You are always the prize. Keep your boundaries strong. Keep your heart open to the new, beautiful miracles entering your life, and keep your frequency fiercely guarded. I am sending you so much love, so much healing light, and absolute abundance. May you continue to walk in your power, knowing you are divinely protected and infinitely loved. If you know someone who needs this validation today, please share this video with them. Trust your intuition, beautiful souls. I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.